everyone for being here today. We have some very exciting news on behalf of United Way of the Coastal Bend. And before we get to the real point of being here, I get to take the opportunity to thank a number of people that have worked tirelessly to make sure that we actually got to this day and to this announcement. First of all, I want to thank volunteers who work at their employee campaigns. They're often forgotten, but I'm telling you, we have hundreds of employees in the area who volunteer to be employee campaign coordinators, and they work with their companies to help us raise the important dollars that we'll be investing today. I also want to thank staff. The United Way of the Coastal Bend has a small but very incredible staff, and it takes every one of them working every day to get us to this point. And then next, and certainly not least, is our board of directors and volunteers that serve on our allocations committee and review panels. Our board is very, very committed to creating long-lasting community change in this community. And we couldn't do what we do without them. Everyday lives are changed, and it's because of these people. And so I don't want to steal any thunder, so I'm going to take this time to introduce Shelley Parks, who is our Allocations Committee Chair, and ask her to say a few words about how we got here.
Thanks, Katrina. Today's community investment announcement represents a lot of hours from people in the community who have taken their time, their knowledge, and experience to help with this process. The Program Review Committee meets with organizations that are predetermined. These organizations will present on how they're using the funds that United Way has been able to give them. This is very important in the process because we are expected by the community, by the thousands of donors who give us their money, to do the right thing with it. And so we need to hold the community agencies accountable to make sure that they do too. The review panel is comprised of more than 30 volunteers from throughout organizations in the community and people that just step up and say, I want to donate my time. They spend a lot of time on all of the paperwork. They spend a lot of time with the organizations, and along with staff members, help make recommendations to the Allocations Committee. Allocations Committee chairs are comprised of board members, and then you have the Allocations Chairman. We all gather, we review the information, and we can make some hard decisions sometimes. But the best thing is overall, it's good news, and we're ensuring that we're keeping with the community's investment mindedness and the heart of the community and what they want to do. I get to thank all of the volunteers. It's incredible, we couldn't do this without them. It helps to have people in the community who know what our mission is, who know that it's important to have people in the community and organizations that do things that will make the community stronger. So I would really like to thank not just the board members for yesterday's approval of the Allocation Committee recommendations, but for every single person that is involved in the allocation and review process. It's an incredible experience. We would love to invite people to join. The more the merrier. And I guess that's all I have to say. I just want to make sure people know that it's a very intricate process and we are taking care of your funds.
And now I have the honor of introducing Steve DeSutter, who is the President and CEO of Stripes, and he is also Chairman of the Board of Directors of United Way of the Coastal Bend.
Thank you, Katrina, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Not as good as the last two speakers. They didn't use any notes, so I'm going to read mine. The work of United Way is really from the heart. It's a commitment to make real and authentic change, lasting change in people's lives. To create lasting change, we take into account conditions across an entire community. In doing so, we believe the keys for improving the quality of life and the stability of our region lie in three pillars: education, income generation, and health. At the United Way of Coastal Bend, we're working to help individuals receive a quality education that will lead them to a stable job and help them provide enough income to support a family through retirement. Part of this equation means supporting good physical, emotional health and welfare as well. Education, income, and health. are the building blocks of a good life and, in turn, a solid community. Thanks to the generosity of thousands of United Way donors throughout the Coastal Bend, over 127,000 residents were served by the United Way funded programs last year. Now that was a 43% increase over the prior year, which reflected the growing needs of the tougher economy we had experienced and the conditions that we faced last year. That's why this gathering today should be a point of pride in the Coastal Bend as we announce the community investments for 2011. These investments represent dollars raised from last year's United Way annual workplace and giving program and other special events run by the agency and partners. On behalf of the United Way of Coastal Bend, its board of directors, staff, and most importantly, its corporate and individual donors, we are delighted to announce that $3.5 million will be invested in programs that operate under 3 United Way community impact areas of income, education, and health. This year, over $980,000 will be invested in programs focusing on education. These programs are helping children reach appropriate developmental milestones, achieve academic success, and help develop life skills that will impact future academic, employment, and social opportunities. This year, over $885,000 will be invested in programs focusing on income. These programs are helping individuals meet their basic needs while they work to increase their employability, to gain and grow assets on a journey to financial independence. And finally, over $1.3 million will be invested in programs focusing on the issues related to health. These programs are providing a framework of information, education, and services to promote a healthier lifestyle for all citizens throughout the Coastal Bend. A detailed listing of funded program descriptions for each impact area is available both in the handout that we provided today or may be found on United Way's website, www.uwcb.org. A listing of dollars associated with each of the funded programs can also be found on that website. Thank you for joining us today. Together we're making a difference, all of us in the Coastal Bend. Very proud to be a part of it. It's all good.